Earth capsule comes together. The Earth, we were in a capsule. It was almost like it was on a flat Earth. It wrapped up every single one of us individually, and it shot into space as the Earth we are on was no more. It fell apart. All these capsules came together in groups to make small little ships that would meet up with the mother ship later on. But in the dream, it rocks and it rocks and it rocks, but it reminded me of games people play. It was a birthday gift to me. But there was something wrong. There was bad pussy and there were crabs on board. I know the Jews aren't allowed to eat seafood. And I know something's wrong with the woman. Something's wrong. We were put together to make this. Was it the man or the woman? It was bad pussy, the circle of life. All I know is I was flying through space and we were falling. At first it was okay. When the capsules came together, we solidified. But then all of a sudden they started to rock. And usually what that means when they start to rock is it means we're moving again and we're falling all together into one of the same time spheres in which, if I can explain it properly, we're sort of like in this funnel, so we can't be stabilized, and we're still moving. But then I wake up from the dream, and now I'm in front of you telling you the story. The first thing that came to me was Time Warp Brigade, and jump to your left and jump to your right. You must listen to that song, Time Warp Brigade. Never went to see the movie. But man, what a dream that was. But at the end, again, we were playing cards, but I wasn't playing. But there was money on the ground and somebody picked it up. But I was taking the girl home during this, and they were chasing me in my car in the parking lot. The same thing I saw in the movie, that when they were chasing in matchsticks, they were chasing him down the parking lot for doing something wrong. And I smelled something really funny. It started to stink. It was like pork. It was like a bad pig. And again, back to games people play. And they were mad at me for not telling them that she had crabs. But I didn't know who she was at all. And the only thing I was doing was a good favor, and I was driving her home. And the only thing I can think of now is that it's my brain. Our brains, if we don't use them right, will get snapped. The claws, the energy, the 220 volt, 110 floors in the Twin Towers bring on that voltage. Now, I can't explain it better than this. It's a dream. But what I can tell you, it's the same time as last night. And I looked at my clock the same time, looking at the clock that the video was running on 3:15. 3:15 is the time warp, or what you can call alphanumeric, between 27 and 36. 3:51 is between 1 and 26. It ends on Z and begins at Y. Y between the two alphabets, and between the connecting of the alphabets are the numbers. The letter that shows up is O. And the connecting part of it is the Greek letter of PSI. I think they call it psi. And it also means air brake, 69 reverse. I can't explain it. This is what I asked for in my dream. I said, let me work out. And boy, what a workout that was. I get on the scale. I think I lost like 10 pounds. I've been losing weight this way. Or then again, we're all losing the gravity, is what I'm trying to say. 3, 1, and 5 says ace in the letter count. 3, 1, and 5 and 351 is 666. But if we use it on the secondary corner, the average comes out to 222. In the octagon world of 888, twice is 1776. By Christ, which is the center of the whole, which is the 7 days a week and a Wednesday, 74. By the 2 and 4, which is actually the first 2 parts of the week, which are Tuesday and Thursday, 2 and 4 day. 24 by 74 is 1776. It all seems to be coming together. And then I look up, and the first thing I see, first 2 cassettes I pick up, The Wizard of Oz and Nightclub, Matchstick Man, Rain Man. And this book says 5775. 1, 2, 3, 4 star. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turquoise. That's the Mediterranean Sea. That's the sea salt. 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 66. Again, the 4-corner match. The Hebrew book. One more time. We come up, and then I end up with Schindler's List. I come up more time, Behind Enemy Lines. I come up one more time, Yuma, Arizona, 310. 10, 10, 10, the creation of, 30 seconds. One more time, Brokeback Mountain. It has to do with Gayanism, but Brokeback Mountain again, Arizona. Something's going on in Arizona, I know that. North Carolina. Imagine this, last weekend in football, Washington, Seattle. Seattle, Washington, the Washington Redskins, the Pigskins come together. The football, 75 yards and 35 yards, 100 total in between, split up by 49-49, and 2 that connect the dividing line, and then the end zone. But all you need is the point of the ball, just like the point of the operation, just like the point on Pharaoh's hat. All about games people play, my friends, and I'm into it in my dreams, and I love it, and I'm going to keep it up. I don't know what it all means, but I do know what it all means, and it's fantastic. And 2013 actually says the same thing as Toronto. 401 highway, 417 highway. 401 says 10-4. 417 is on the left of the phone, the 1 month of 28 days, the 4 months of 30 days, and the 7 months of 31 days equals to 217. 2 by 17 is 34, which is 7. Hot and cold, 34:43. 77, the same thing for the Christ. You want to see where the 2 moons are? They're right here. Here's the 2 zeros. That's the 008 when it's sideways. These are moons. They're different. See the way they go around the cycle? Like 4 Christmas trees. One here, and 1 Christmas tree hung by the ceiling. Why? Because the 2 points meet together and they give you the current or currency that you're now on. The currency we use in life. What's the last video? I don't like to say that it fell on my floor. It's not my video. Again, Rain Man falls twice. What is Rain Man? In the name of hurt. Ain is old. Raja Angel. In is just like out. 9-5 or 59 minutes. 59-59. NAM or Vietnam. The letter B is 22 busting out. Then we have the thing is, we're moving sideways. Another last thing to tell you is, in order to move forward in a spiral situation, it'll take more than 360 degrees. It'll take more like 360, 540 degrees before you actually make it halfway around. 540 and 540 is 1080, and that's the television, something to do with the pixels or something on the television. 360 degrees is a non-moving spiral. But when it's completely moving, the lines are going in because you have to continuously roll the tape. Do you know what I'm saying? I can turn it like this 360, but at the same time, it's got to move forward to make up the years. So by it moving around and forward, it's more than 360 degrees because it must advance, almost like showing you this. You see, let me see, this is 360 degrees, but when it moves forward, the 360 degrees advances to here. It's no longer 360 degrees. It's 360 plus an angle of 360 moving forward, which the first angle that would add on, which would make 405. The second angle that would add on makes 450. The third angle is 495. The other angle is 540. Now that's the completion of Rubik's Cube. Now 540 is 54 times 0. 0 equals 1.5, which equals 810, which is 90. That times 9 is 810. 90, or 9 times 0 equals 135. And again, we're back to where we started. 135, 315, 351, which equals 666. We're going to stop it here, and I want to go back to bed because it's very hard to go back to bed, but I got to go back and ask myself what I want to dream next. And let's see what it is. Maybe I'm going to continue on in that spaceship and see where we get to next. Don't be deceived that Nibiru is not coming. If it's not Nibiru, it will be another planet. If it's not the exact story I tell you, it'll be another story. Thank you.